What's going on, y'all? So we are back again. We are back again for another movie corner. Okay, girl, listen. We doing one of my favorite movies ever. Okay. I done watched this a couple of times in the past few days. So yeah, it's up there. She Devil, okay? Girl, if y'all hear something outside, it's a possibility that they're about to start drag racing. Again, I told y'all the other day in the other video that it is summertime shy right about now. The weather is warming up. I closed the window for y'all and everything. And that means that it's a possibility that they may be out there drag racing later because of the warm weather. And if you see the main street that I live on, you will understand how come it's, but anyway. But, you know, it is what it is. So we are, again, like I said, we doing Death Becomes Her, okay? It is a classic movie with two classic actresses, Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. Now, speaking of Goldie Hawn, I was thinking I might do Overboard because that's another one of my favorite movies too. Like, y'all don't understand the way that I grew up. My mom had us watching and listening to just about everything, okay? So I appreciate her. I would say that all the time because I'm so glad that I'm not one of those people that just stick to one particular genre of movie or just stick to, like, you know, quote unquote black movies, okay? I like to venture out into everything, but Death Becomes Her was one of my favorite movies. It came out in 1992. 92? Girl, I thought it came out in the 80s. That's because Helen in the movie said that she took that solution, that potion or whatever, back in 1985. It was before her and all that stuff. I get it, but okay. Because it is kind of like giving a little bit of like it's left off for the 80s or whatever. So early 90s, it's understandable. They probably recorded it before that, you know, when it just got released in 92. But anyway, so again, like I said, it had Meryl Streep in there playing Madeline Ashton, okay? And then you had Helen Sharp being played by Goldie Hawn. You had Ernest Menville being played by Bruce Willis. Now see, when I first watched this, it was funny. But then when I get to know who Bruce Willis is as this action star, I feel like a lot of people know him for action movies, like the Die Hard movies and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, kicking ass and taking numbers later, you know? But to see him in this goofy role and he played it off so well, comical and all of that, that goes to show that you can be a versatile actress and actor. If you can do all genres, all type of, you know, and they don't typecast you in just one thing and you can go in and out. I appreciate that. I feel so bad. I feel so bad about what's going on with him and the dementia, the aphasia, the dementia that he has. And it's gotten to the point where he can't really speak right now. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. Same thing that's going on with Wendy Williams. But, you know, at least we got these gems from them. Again. And Isabella Rossellini is playing Liesl von Rahmet. Girl, her last name is Human with an R at the beginning of it. Anyway, we're just gonna call her Liesl, because that's what I called her throughout the movie. So basically, we're gonna set the characters up, okay, girls? So you got Madeline Ashton, right? She is this, when the movie first comes on, right? You have, she is doing like a one-woman show, all right, on Broadway or off-Broadway type of situation. And, you know, she doing the best that she can. Honestly, when I first saw it, I was like, oh my goodness, why are they giving her so much fever and trying to make it seem like she sucks so bad? Because I'm sitting here like, well, damn, the girl is multi-talented. You know, she can act or whatever. You know, she can dance, she can sing. She doing all that she got to do. When she putting this whole production on herself, she is multi-talented. But when you get older and you listen to what is being said, you can understand it's very narcissistic, okay? It's all about her, but again, it's a one-woman show. So, of course, you would expect it to be, right? And it's her way of trying to hold on to whatever semblance of fame that she has. And she's really don't have any more. It's just dwindling away because this is what she's resorting to. She's not in any movies right about now. She's on off-Broadway. Not on Broadway, but off-Broadway. you know, and people are literally getting up and leaving and talking mess about it. Do you know I would be so in my feelings, and if I was to ever put on an event, right, and people would start to walk away from it before it even truly gets started, I'm up there talking, trying to do my thing or whatever, I would be so hurt, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. It'll probably scar me so bad that I'll never get on stage again. I'll probably just go into hiding a little bit, because that, girl, have you ever went to like a show or any production, whether it's a concert, a play, somebody talking, whatever it is, and you just walked out because it just wasn't good? I don't think I've ever been to something like that. I know if it's been like a concert where it's multiple people there, I see the person that I want to see and then I leave. Because if I ain't come to see you, I ain't finna stay. I'm just saying, that's just what it was, right? But yeah, they did her bad. Then you got Helen Sharp. You know, they were supposed to be friends, okay? So, friends, okay? We're going to use that word very, very loosely and very, very lightly, because I don't know what type of, you know, frenemies, that's what they were. She brings her boyfriend, Ernest Menville, who is a doctor. He is a surgical doctor, right? And, you know, everybody else is just leaving and everything and talking mess about the play. Meline up there doing her thing. But see, Ernest is the only one that's all into it. Now, at that moment in time, I should have said, you know, Helen, baby girl, he ain't the one for you right about now. He a little bit too fascinated with her. And, you know, you set yourself up for this whole thing. I get it, what she was trying to do. She was trying to put him to the test or whatever. But I said, if you feel like you got to put your man or whoever you get with to a test just to see if they worthy enough to be with you, or if they're going to be faithful to you and they're going to stay with you, baby, you don't need to be with that man. You don't need to be with that woman. You don't need to be with that person, okay? Because who finna go through all of that? I'm not about to go through all of that, all right? And then his reaction, it was just like, girl, let it go. Meline was so full of herself, it didn't make any sense when, I mean, that man got up and he was, I said, it was cute, but it wasn't that cute. I mean, he gave her a standing ovation. I said, sit down. You are embarrassing me. Mind you, it's the way that they had Meline dressed. You know, she's supposed to still be this glamour. You know, when you look at it, it's like, oh, I see why the girls couldn't take, baby. Meline in that mug was tea for back in the day. I said, all right. Meanwhile, they had Helen sitting there looking like some frumpy old lady. Like, Helen could have probably been, what, 30 years old or whatever. Mama was looking a good 43. She was looking a good 43. She was looking her actual age, okay? And not the age that she was supposed to be in a movie, right? And so I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. They go backstage to go meet Meline. And my thing is, if you're trying to put your man to a test to see if he will go for the woman that always takes your men, why are you still friends with this person, quote unquote, and we're using friend lightly? Why is she still up in your life? If this is a person that always take your man or whatever and try to make you feel low and all that, why is she still up in your life? And why did you feel the need that you needed to bring him around? She ain't never need to have to know anything about Meline and that you knew her. That's your fault. Helen, you set yourself up, girlfriend. I just want you to know that you set yourself up. And when Meline was back there with Rose, now let me tell you something. Rose, you was better than everybody in this show, okay? Because you knew when to get. Where the hell did Rose go at the end, you know, after the last time we seen her? We ain't seen her after she gave Dr. Ernest his drink to wake him up. After that, we ain't seen her no more. And I was just like, damn, did they fire her? Let me tell you something. Rose been around for a long time. And Rose know all of the secrets. You know what I'm saying? And the way that Meline was talking to Rose, it just wouldn't have been me, because I would have cussed her ass out. You know, while she's standing up there trying to get herself together. I said, girl, you fat, okay? That man don't even care how you look. That fakeness when Helen came in, hell. It took me out every time she said, hell. I said, is it Helen hell or hill? You know, which one is it? And she introduces Ernest to her, but before she really could fully introduce him to her, she kind of called his eye, he called her eye, and you know, she popping up to his doctor, you know, she finds out that he's a doctor, he's a surgeon, plastic surgeon, and all that stuff. So he making a little change, you know what I'm saying? Probably a little bit more than a change. Actually, he was making way more than that because her career was on the decline and he was paying for everything. We found that out later on. She basically was using his money because she ain't had no money coming in, you know, because he was tired of it. But she popping up on his job while he in the midst of surgery with champagne and roses and glasses. I said, what is happening? You know, and then she's inviting him to go to dinner, a business dinner, quote unquote. And then Helen is just sitting there and she's like, I don't want you to fall for her. I don't want you to do this and all that. And my thing is, you holding this little paper towel that she got is like a defense mechanism, or what is it, like a little stress thing, and she's wringing it out. We saw when they finally got married that she was holding it so close that she did pierced her hand and blood was coming out. Let me just tell you this, Helen, you set yourself up. I can't tell you anymore, but the fact is you did this to yourself. That man came home and said it was just a business dinner. What do they have business to do with each other? If this is a doctor situation where you are trying to get plastic surgery, you go through my office. We don't have separate dinners, okay? No, Helen, you should have opened up your mouth. See, sometimes being meek, being shy, being quiet, and introverted, it don't work. Okay, that's how come people be thinking that they can take over and run over you or whatever. And that is literally what happened. He was like, I'm not going to fall for her. I'm not going to do nothing. Next thing you know, they get married. I said, Helen, wow. Helen didn't let this lady drive her crazy. That whole situation drive her crazy. You drove that man to that woman knowing damn well how that woman was. You literally placed him in her path. You placed him. You practically put him in her bed, okay, without really doing it. You put him in her presence, you know. Meanwhile, 7 years later, Helen is up there in her apartment, a rundown apartment that she got. And I mean, it's a mess. She depressed. You can't tell me no different. She depressed. She eating herself out of a home, okay? I said, now, how you got money? She must have been on welfare. Because I just don't understand. She don't look like she goes out the house, okay? And if she do go out the house, it's to go pick up some food. Now, see, that kind of made me feel some type of way when I'm over here trying to get this off of me. Mama was gaining that shit. I said, oh, my God. All right, when she bent over in that big ass, let me tell you something. Girl, it was donuts and pastries all over the place. It was food boxes all over the place. I don't understand how people can live that way. Like, my place can be a little cluttered when I just, you know, because I come in and I do, you know, just get to doing what I got to do, and then I go to bed. You know what I'm saying? But I have days where I actually just clean the whole place up. And when cluttered means it's just like a few clothes here and there, and then I got to wash the dishes. And it's not even a lot, okay? I don't understand how people can just let their trash just, you know, build up and, you know, let everything just pile up till it's ridiculous and you have to literally scoot through stuff. That's that hoarder type shit, okay? And just be living in that mess, right? Girl, she got all them cats. One thing about it, two things for sure. Ashley will never become a cat person. Ashley will never become that person that's just going to have like 15 million cats. First of all, I really don't like cats. They cute or whatever, but do I want to have a cat? Hell no, give me a dog any type of day, okay? But for the cat people, you know, I ain't really got nothing against y'all. My ex-boss, you know, she had got transferred. She transferred to another library location that was closer to her house, right? And I told y'all this before. It ain't funny because if I would have, you know, I was in my era of being non-sensitive, but the realization is if I would have had a pet, and I've had a pet, I probably would have done the same thing that she did. I think I was just being an asshole back in the day. You know, I really do because, you know, and she ain't never done nothing to me, but it was just funny to me the fact that we found out her cat died and she took half the day off once she found out that the cat died. And she was so distraught. Girl, she took the rest of the week off. And you want to know why? I probably felt that type of way. In felt very assholey and insensitive. Because usually I can understand a dog. You know what I'm saying? That's men's best friend, all right? That's human's best friend. A cat. But then I was like, no, don't do that, because it's like I be watching all these cat videos and dog videos and all this stuff. And animals and pets really become like that comfort. You know what I'm saying? They really become part of the family. And as a person who lost an animal, a dog that she loves so much, I should have did better. But maybe I had a little biases because it was a cat. I just don't give a fuck about cats. So I apologize, Melissa, if you're watching. And so anyway, Helen was up in that room and she was eating frosting. Ugh. Now let me tell you something. I like a little sugar here and there, and I noticed that my sugar intake is becoming different. I'm doing it less and less, which is a good thing, and I need to, because that's my vice. Okay, I will eat some Reese Pieces in a minute. You can give me a whole bag of Reese Pieces, and I'll fuck up half of that on a depressed day. Okay, it's just, or with my menstrual on the way. I would. I ain't even gonna sit here and hold you. That's why I'm having issues now. But here's the thing. I ain't never seen nobody open up a cabinet and have different flavors of frosting up in there stacked up all the way to the top. And then you going any, meeny, miny, mo, and you just go ahead and pick the one that's in front of you, some vanilla frosting, and you sit there. And see, here's the thing. We've all been guilty, and if you say that you didn't, you a lie. We've all been guilty of dipping a spoon up into the frosting when y'all, especially like if our mama brought something or whatever, even if as an adult, you probably didn't did that. But we dip a spoon in there, lick it, throw that spoon in the sink, and close that bitch up. We ain't sitting down with the can of frosting and just eating it with our fingers for one, and just eating that whole thing like it's a meal. I said, now, Helen, that's the reason why your ass the way that you are right now. That's why your ass is wide like that, okay? We trying to decrease that and plump it up. You just trying to let it spread out, okay? I said, child. And then got one of Madeline's old movies on, right? It is one of the movies where she winds up getting killed in and getting choked out. She sits there and she put it on, and I said, oh, VHS, okay? The way she was rewinding it to the part where she wanted to see and everything, and she just waited until that. I mean, the glee on her face when she got choked out in the movie, okay? Mind you, the landlord is knocking on the door, banging on the door at this point to try to get her ass out before they have to bring the police in. And did she stop playing that tape? Absolutely not. She rewinded. She rewinded and started playing it again. All just because she wanted to see Meline get killed. She wanted to see the light going out of her eyes, even if it was fake. And I said, oh, you need some help. Baby, they bust that door down and they put her in the psych ward. When she was in a circle. Well, they supposed to be talking, right? And talking about, what do you want to talk about, dear? And even the psychiatrist, she was over it. She was hesitant to even ask her if she had something to talk about today. You have to notice how the other patients who are literally mentally unstable and all of that stuff, and probably got different mental illnesses going on, they sitting around looking like, girl, please don't do what I feel like you're gonna do. It almost looked like they became so lucid and they became real normal people, and they realized that, bitch, this bitch been up in here, and ever since she came up in here, she been talking about Meline Ashton. Mama said, I want to talk about Meline Ashton. Baby, they was like, oh no. And then the psychiatrist was pissed off. I was like, girl, you have been here this whole time. You've been here for 6 months. You ain't lost a pound. You got an issue going on. You want to talk about Meline Ashton and all that stuff, Ashton and all this or whatever. You need to eliminate the problem that's going on with your life. And she said, wait a minute, what? It took 6 months for her to take one little sentence or part of a sentence, eliminate the problem. I said, oh, girl, she ain't talking about take the bitch out. And she wasn't even talking about her. She said, oh, okay, a light bulb came up into her mouth. Okay, I got to get myself together so I can go ahead and do what I got to do. I'm finna put together a plan. I said, child, then it fast forward to 7 years later. Okay, another 7 years, right? And we see that we are in Hollywood, and we see this big house is Madeline's house, or I should say Ernest, because he's the one paying the bills and paying the mortgage for everything. So we see Rose going up the steps trying to give her what is it, her food, her breakfast. And Meline is one of those people basically that is obsessed at this point with getting older. She wants to be younger. She's obsessed with not aging. Okay, I should say that. She has the patches on to get rid of the wrinkles overnight. She got the thing going on her face to kind of hold her cheeks up or whatever at night so they won't droop. You know, she sleeps with her hands in gloves, probably has some lotion in there or whatever so that they can stay soft and all that stuff. And she want Rose to tell her every time that she come in there and wake up is, oh, you look young today. Baby, I would have been left. How much is they paying Rose, okay? Rose, you a little bit better than me because I would never, you know, it gets to the point where Ernest don't even sleep in the bed with her no more. You went through all of that to be in a terrible marriage when you could have just stayed with your girl, okay? See, the grass ain't greener on the other side, you know, and sometimes it ain't green on neither side, you know? But hey, it is what it is. Ernest is upstairs, but at the same time, you know, Meline gets an invitation to a book signing party for Helen. And she was like, oh my God, look at what she's doing. I bet you she's still looking fat and all this stuff, whatever. And I'm just like, girl, you just can't let nobody live, huh? You took the girl's man. You can't be nice for nothing, all right? Look at how you look and sounding how you sound. You should be a little bit more, calm that down, okay? Girl, when Rose went upstairs to go wake up Ernest, Ernest turned himself, you left the good woman, quote unquote, to go with a narcissist. I ain't gonna say a gold digger, but she could possibly be. But you got with her, right? She just sucked the life out of you to the point where he done turned into a goddamn alcoholic. To the point where when Rose woke his ass up with a Bloody Mary, and he told her it gotta have more vodka in it. Then he asked, is it up yet? And I said, and she said, oh, it's in the bath. I said, wow. That was so funny to me. That was so freaking funny to me. I said, is it up? I mean, girl, it couldn't be a she. He couldn't give her no pronoun. He just said, is it up, like it's like she's an object, okay? His pager was going off, and he lost his career. Because he turned himself into I ain't gonna say he turned himself, but because he turned into an alcoholic because of his situation, he winds up losing his privilege to operate on people. So he's a doctor still, I'm pretty sure, but he can't operate because he's an alcoholic. He is a liability. So therefore, now his career is in, you know, preparing a body for after they pass away and fixing the face up and, you know, doing all that. So he makes a good living off of that, right? And one of his clients is this guy, you know, they called him in. His name was Fernando Rivera, something like that. He had an 18-year-old fiance, and I said, oh my God, in the way that the funeral home guy was talking about him, because he was an actor and all that stuff, he went out happy. He got this expression on his face like, you know, he went out in the bliss of orgasm and all that stuff. And he was so like, the way that he was so cool with saying that he had an 18-year-old fiance. I'm pretty sure by the looks of dude, he looks a good 50-some years old. Okay, I said, that ain't... Hollywood. We just got through with this shit with Aoki Lee, right? That 65-year-old man and her 20... Girl, I said that's disgusting. Men are disgusting, for the most part. But, no shade. Not to the good ones, okay? No shade to the good ones. But, he goes in there, fix that up or whatever, do his job and all that. And then we see that, you know, Meline goes to this little spa, and it's a little upscale spa, trying to get some little touch up. We see people up in there getting their blood drained and all this stuff. She want to get a plasma taken out and put it back in. And the little girl was just so stressed out. The lady that was working there, she was like, that's so much on the body. Okay, you can only do that every 6 months. And she was like, it's been that long. She said, girl, we just did it three weeks ago. And so she was just basically trying to bribe this girl to go ahead and do this, all because she want to look beautiful and upstage Helen at her own event, right? It's all about looks, it's all about beauty. And see, this is why I could never get into like, I don't want to be like a famous person, because you really like cannot go out your house and just be regular. Okay, people will start talking about you because you got on Walmart clothes. Like what? I'm just going to go get some gas. Why do I have to dress up and put a whole face on just to go get some gas? So yes, you go get this $5 t-shirt and these $5 jeans. What's going on? Okay, like what? And I'm not finna put no makeup on. Girl, it's just a mess. And you know, the owner of the spa comes in. Well, he appears out of nowhere, sitting on the couch, and basically talk to her about this woman named Lisa, right? And gives her this card about how, you know, if you're willing to pay anything, because you did say that money was no object, all right? She can help you out. And she helps, it's like, you know, a secret club or something. That's just what it was, okay? He gives her the card, and the way his eye, y'all gotta watch it, because his eye kept on his eye kept getting stuck. Have y'all seen that video of Katy Perry when she was performing on that stage and then she was looking out to the audience and that one eye just kept going malfunctioning? That's how his eye was. And so because of that, she was intrigued a little bit, but then she said, nah, I ain't got time for that. He's a weirdo. Ripped the card up, but still put it in her bag. They get to Helen's event, her little book signing thing. When she told Ernest in that car, could you just stop breathing, because the way he got a deviated septum, you couldn't tell me no different. Because if you breathe in and not only you can hear you breathing in and it sound like a little squeak or whatever, but everybody else around you can, and you not breathing in through your mouth, baby, go get that fixed, okay? I'm gonna tell y'all something. Listening to a person breathe and chew irks my nerves. I know that sounds weird, but y'all gotta understand, it's a difference between regular breathing where you don't hear anything, but when you can, like you just heard me, okay, I can deal with that. But if I'm hearing you doing all of that all the time, oh my God, it just, and it's so, I got a problem with sounds, okay? It's just so irritating to me. So they get to the book signing thing or whatever. Helen, not Helen, but Meline can't help but talk shit about Helen. Like, where's she at? I haven't seen her and all this, whatever. It's this woman who looked like she's a little bit thicker. And she was like, oh, there she go. I mean, it looked like she dropped a little bit of pound. And she had to eat her words, because when that lady moved aside, we see Helen in this red dress, strapless back dress, okay? This back strapless dress, right? Or I should say red. And her back out and everything. And she was just like, God damn. He said, you're going to go up there and talk to her, whatever. I was like, I mean, I'll go talk to her. And as soon as she was about to talk to her, she was about to turn around. And Helen called her and said, Mad. Oh, that shit is so fucking funny to me. They are so fake. I cannot be fake like that. Damn. Okay. You know, and it was all the fake niceties and everything that was going on. We find out at this moment that she's 50 years old. And the girls at the party is like, oh my God, I can't believe that she looks like this and everything. Because she does look totally different from what we saw her in the beginning and from what we saw her in the psych ward, right? She looks totally different. And at this point, you know, Meline and Helen had a conversation where Helen was telling Meline, you know what? I know you with Ernest and everything, but I'm gonna just tell you this. I don't blame you. He's a man. He took advantage of you. It's his fault. You don't even have nothing to worry about. She goes over and she talks to Ernest and gives him the same speech, but says, I blame Meline. Baby, the person that you need to be blaming is yourself, okay? That's just what it is. Next thing you know, we see Meline going over to her little boy toy, okay? Because obviously her and Ernest ain't doing it. So she got a little young boy, and I said, baby, get somebody your own age. I was with him like that, but he at least looked like he was a good 25 almost, you know, in that 25, 30-year range or whatever. He don't look like he was a teeny bopper, okay? And then gonna come to the door putting his pants on line and said, I didn't know that you was coming over here, but I ain't got nobody over there. She hear the girl voice in the background. I mean, was she just over here helping me out with something and all this or whatever? Girl, she walking past and she bucket ass naked. Meline got the nerves to get pissed off. I said, first of all, we ain't in no exclusive relationship. It be killing me how y'all be married with boyfriend and girlfriends. I said, what type of relationship and situations is this? You are cheating on your partner and you are getting upset that the person that you cheating on your partner with is out here living life and still doing what they doing. Baby, you still with your partner? So what? Like, come on, let's be real, you know? And he gets pissed off. He said, I said, well, damn, if you wanted to not fuck with her no more, you should have just said it instead of trying to break her heart, you know, and make her feel shitty. But I mean, Meline kind of deserved it because she been a shitty person this whole movie so far. And he humbled her real quick and said, I can't keep doing this, Meline. You know, people say we look ridiculous being together. Okay, why don't you go ahead and get somebody your own age? I said, well, damn, nigga, you didn't have to do all that. But it was kind of deserved. She was depressed. She was sad. She was pissed off. She was hurt in her feelings. She driving in the car and it just so happened to start raining so hard. And I mean, it was like somebody put a fire hose out there and just started spraying on her car, right? And she was crying so hard. And she looked at herself in her rearview mirror and she said, ah! I said, oh my goodness. How you gonna get scared by your own natural reflection? That's kind of fucked up though, if you kind of think about it. And so she wound up looking in her bag. She was trying to find something to wipe her face off or whatever, and she wound up seeing them two halves of that car that she ripped up. Meanwhile, you got Helen over there, you know, going over her script as to what she gonna say when she see Ernest. Meline, I need to speak to Meline. Okay, faking like she crying and got a whole shrine to Meline about how she want to kill that bitch. I said, baby, it ain't never that deep. It ain't never that deep. There's some people, well, it's really not some people. I only got, if I was to be like, let's be real. Let's have a real moment. Is there somebody in your life where you can just be like, girl, I really don't give a fuck what happened to you anymore? Like, whatever happens, happen. And y'all used to be cool. I don't care. I have like, I have a good 3 people that if something was to happen to them, I honestly wouldn't care. I honestly wouldn't care. And I know that sounds so wrong, and I don't expect them to care if something happened to me, but you know, I just really wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't even spit on them if they was on fire, and I would expect the same reciprocation. Okay, that's just how I feel. But it'll never go too far. It'll never be me putting no shrine up and all this stuff, talk about some never again and all that. Girl, you was doing the absolute most. Meanwhile, Meline, she over there going over there to Liesel's house, right? It's a big ass castle now, baby. I was looking at that place, and especially towards the end when they was up there having that party at the end, where all the people that had got that potion and all that stuff, who was alive, that shouldn't have been. Girl, that's some scary shit. Can you imagine being around when those castles was up and they really didn't have that much lighting? They was using probably like candles and stuff like that, and natural light. And just them statues that was, girl, that should have scared me. Like, I'm a scary bitch in real life. Like, it's certain stuff that probably wouldn't scare you, probably would scare me, okay? And vice versa, you know? I'm just that type of person, because I was like, ooh, this is very ominous, okay? I don't like this. But yeah, she go up in there. You got this dude that opened the door. You got another one that's sitting on the couch that wouldn't move until Liesl came up in there and said, make room for my friend. I said, Liesl was a bad bitch. Liesl was a bad bitch. I said, all right, Miss Lady, you know. And basically, she was like, I've been waiting on you. You know, she knew who her name was and everything. She said she was a fan of hers and all of that. She was waiting on her to come. And basically was telling her about what she there for and how, you know, age is fucking up things and all of that, and give her the potion. And you know, she said, how old do you think I look? She said, how old do you think I am? She looked at her and she said 38. Bitch, Lisa got pissed. And she was like, I mean, 28? 23? I said, no, you was correct, 38. Okay, she don't look no 20 nothing. You know, she look good for her age, but she don't look no 20 nothing. She look a little 30 something, 35, 38-ish. Okay, for Caucasian people. You know, maybe if she would have had a little melanin, she probably would have looked a little 20 something. But, you know, I'm just saying, right? But, she did what she had to do. She said, no, girl. Okay, first of all, I'm 71 years old. And she said, girl, what? And she took the potion, took a little knife or whatever, and she said, first of all, before that, she said, so how much you charging? And she said, you know, it's a different price for everybody, right? I can't stand when a person write down the price before they tell me. That's how I know it's gonna be some bullshit, okay? I really know there's gonna be some bullshit. Baby, tell me out your mouth how much it is, okay? I really feel like that lady probably charged her like $100,000 for that potion. Because she's an actress and because her husband is who he is or whatever, they feel like, you know, they got a little money. Even though she ain't been in no movie since in a minute. So, you know, he real still renowned out there, you know what I'm saying? And so she said, girl, please. She said, girl, please. So Lisa had to do a demonstration. She poked her hand with a knife, and then she put that little drop of that poison on there, or I should say potion on there, and she saw them liver spots and everything just, you know, go away in her hand, get young. And she said, okay, bitch, you know, you take a check. Now, for a lady that said that they are creatures of the spring and the summer, they never do fall. She said, I haven't seen a fall or a winter in years, okay? You all that, how she got it? I just wouldn't expect her to have a bank account. I don't know, like, I just wouldn't expect her to trust banks or whatever, because she said, yeah, girl, I do the check and all that stuff. Meanwhile, she took the potion and she took it, and, you know, this is when the warning comes in. I was with Meline. So you mean to tell me you get me all hyped up to take this potion so I can be young, because that's what I want to do, so what the aging process can stop. And then you tell me a warning after I done drank it? Bitch, truth be told, I feel like Lisa was a little dumb too, because you got something as valuable as that, and that lady wrote you a check, and just because she an actress and her husband is who he is, how you know that check gonna clear? I would have waited till the check cleared before I gave it to her. Like, she drank the potion, what if the check bounce, okay? But it is what it is now. And so she said you gotta take care of yourself, all right? And, you know, you can't be outside. Give yourself 10 years, because then people gonna keep on, because at that moment, like the 10-year mark, people gonna realize that you still look the exact same. So therefore, you gonna probably have to pick up and move somewhere, okay? So you gotta take care of yourself, you know what I'm saying? Can't be around too long or whatever in one spot, that type of situation. And she was like, okay, cool. Meanwhile, you got Helen over there going to the house. Like, how the hell did she know that she wasn't gonna be at the house to, you know, do her little plan? Because once she get over there with that fake, Meline, I need to speak to Meline. Ernest was like, she ain't here. The way she dropped that umbrella and said, good, basically was over there trying to get him back, quote unquote, and that's her plan. They to seduce him and to get him to basically do her dirty work, which is take Helen out, not Helen, but Meline out. You know, they came up with this, well, she came up with this scenario where he was gonna put this, what is it, narcotol or something, whatever, some narcotic that was gonna put on the glass, liquid narcotic or whatever, put it on the glasses, and whichever glass she drank for, it'll knock her out, right? Then they was gonna put her in a car, fill it with liquor, and all that fucking liquor bottles and everything, and then it drove off the cliff to make it seem like she was a drunk driver, right? And then by the time they get to the body and do an autopsy, all of the narcotol or whatever the fuck it was gonna be gone out her system. I said, this is so devious. She has been thinking about this forever, all right? It's been 14 years, right? Oh my God. And she was like, yeah, so, you know, that's what we're gonna do. She winds up leaving, and Ernest was here for it. because Ernest is tired of her. But then you get Meline, and she drank that potion, and when she was going downstairs, one of my favorite scenes was when her body started to transform back into the younger version of her. And she said after her butt lifts, and first her face becomes younger and refreshed, then her butt cheeks lifts up, and then her waist gets smaller and flat stomach, and then her boobs, they was already small, but I guess they was sagging a little bit because then they get a little bit perky. And then she turned to old boy and she said, I'm a girl. That shit had me rolling. I rewind that a couple of times, all the time. It's hilarious. And so, you know, by the time they get there, all this happens, right? She's on her way home. She's getting dressed and everything because she's about to go back out, right? And at this point, I think Ernest was about to, you know, try to see what she up to, because Helen had told him, you know, your wife out here fucking around on you. Everybody and their mama know it. Making your ass look stupid as hell. And so he was calling her all types of whores and shit. And he said, it look like you got your hair done? You got your hair done? What's going on with that? And she was like, oh, you wouldn't even know, okay? And it was like, you out here being trashy. You out here being cheap. Now, it was when he called her cheap that really set it off for her, right? And she said, oh, I'm what? I'm cheap? Baby, at that moment, she started talking about he is flaccid, meaning the man can't get it up. I said one thing about it, two things for sure. Men do not like you talking about their penis and whether or not they can satisfy somebody, whether or not they can get it up, how long it is, or how small it is, or how long they can last or can't last. Baby, that's fighting words right there. And after that, while she kept on taunting him with that, like, yeah, I'm cheating on your ass. I need a real man that can actually do what I need him to do. Bitch, he choked her ass out. And I said, now, hold on. Then, Mr. Ernest, we got to fight with our words. And I understand why you kind of snapped, because it was years in the making, but you put yourself in this situation and you need to let that lady go before you have a murder on your hand. But then again, that's what y'all want, right? And so all of a sudden, Meline is like, please. I said, girl, you talked all that shit. Now you want him to let you go. He said, my bad. He let her go, but now she hanging on the side of on the edge of the stairs. And she was like, she said, Ernest, help me, help me. Help me, damn it. Help me, you wimp. And I said, now, hold on, bitch. You cannot be about to fall down the steps and you are asking for help. First of all, you was balancing real good for a long time. I said, oh, that's good. But then you want to call him a wimp? Oh, I would have did the same thing Ernest did. Ernest literally used his index finger and said, boop. That bitch fell down the fucking steps like some damn dominoes, just collapsed. Pop, 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 pop. Bam. I said, oh shit. We saw the neck breaking, everything. And I said, wow, she didn't have that body for a good 2 hours. Lisa said, you gotta take care of yourself. Girl, she didn't even have the body for 2 hours. And she was already dead. I said, God damn. This fool gets up and go and call Helen and tell her what's up. Helen like, now, first of all, you're stupid because this is not part of the plan. And why would you call me? Did you call the cops or whatever first? And he said, no, I'll do that when I get off the phone. She said, no, nigga, you can't do that because they're going to run the records back and realize that you called me first and going to realize that this is not, this was on purpose, okay? So basically saying, I'm going to come over there and I'm going to help you and we're going to bury this bitch in the Death Valley. And so while he was on the phone with Helen, girl, Meline get her ass up, neck twisted and everything. Baby, I said, you know what? The way CGI and technology has come a long way from the 80s and the 90s and everything. Oh, thank God for it. Even though I kind of want to know how they got this like this, okay? Even though you could tell that it was fake, but it still was a good outcome. I will say, you know. And of course, he was shocked. He was surprised and, you know, scared or whatever. When she said, you know, yeah, you tried to kill me or whatever, I'm gonna call 911. She gets on the phone. Mind you, she tried to sit down and she realized that something ain't right, because he said, baby girl, look at your neck. She touched her neck and she said, wait a minute, bitch. My ass. I can see my ass. I said, girl, you just not realizing that. And so she was trying to get him to twist her neck around and he didn't want to do it. And she did it herself. And so at this point, you know, they both was a little scared. They go to the doctor. Girl, the doctor trying to see what's going on. He like, what the fuck? He bending her wrist back. She can't feel it. Her temperature is low as hell. She ain't got no heartbeat. The bones in her neck is just sticking out. The doctor was just like, ain't this some shit? Girl, her whole appearance made this man have a heart attack. Okay, next thing you know, they in there working on the doctor. She done passed out because Ernest said, oh my goodness, you are a violation of every law that there is to humans, you know, and that made her pass out. And so because she passed out and she already had a very low body temperature, our temperature is supposed to be 98.6 in that range, right? Hers was 80, 80 degrees, okay? And she was turning colors, like she was, the life was coming out of her. Baby, they took her ass to the morgue. And so he had to find her. And then he wound up thinking that this was a phenomenon and this is a sign saying that, you know, they were supposed to be together. They were meant to be together. I said, no, this is a sign for me to get out because something about this ain't right. She alive? I mean, yeah, I pushed her ass down the steps, but I mean, she okay, right? It's time to go. Let us go, okay? But he took her ass back to the house. You got Helen outside just peeping out the scene. The clothes was everything. I will say this, the fashion was on point in this movie. And Helen just so fucking extra. She trying to figure out what's going on because when he pulled up, Meline was up in the car, right? But in the front seat, but she was asleep. So it looked like a dead body was still up in there. And she was confused. She was like, damn. Okay, so he brought her back so we can go bury her in Death Valley. Okay? But basically, he had went to the store to get some paint because he had told this other lady, you know, the way that he got her auntie looking so lifelike when he did her, you know, did the body for her funeral, he used some paint, okay, some spray paint. So he went to the hardware store and got that and tried to use that on her and everything. And for the most part, it worked, okay. But then Helen popped up. He had went downstairs to go get some turpentine. Helen got the shovels and all that shit, trying to come there and get the body out and bury her and everything. And of course, they talking about the plan. And he has a change of heart. And then at this point, you know, Meline hears it. So she comes down and said, because he trying to tell her, listen, Helen, Medeline's still alive, okay? She said, well, if that bitch is alive, tell her to come down here and kiss me on the... Kiss you on the what? I said, oh shit, they finna fight. Come on and fight. This was the dumbest fight scene ever. Okay, talk about a cat fight. It was dumb. And you wanna know why it was dumb? It was dumb because they can't hurt each other. So we found out. Because as they going at it, and you know, Meline is upset because she knows the plan now, that they basically was gonna plan to kill her, okay? She leaves out, get one of his rifles out of the case, and comes back and shoots Helen in the stomach. I mean, blew a big ass hole in her stomach, and she was landed in their little fountain out there, right? And so now, you know, she said, you're gonna help me take this bitch out, and we're gonna bury her body in Death Valley. I'm gonna tell the cops, and we're gonna put your ass in jail, and they gonna fuck your ass up in jail. First of all, you're a Republican and you got soft hands, girl, and you bald headed, you balding or whatever. Oh, they gonna make you a bitch. I said, oh wow. I didn't say it, she said it, okay? And so he was like, well, let's go ahead and wrap this bitch up and let's get her out. Baby, while they was trying to open up the tarp, Helen stood the fuck up and said, that one nice, and I got a hole in my motherfucking stomach. There is a hole in my stomach. I said, well, you got shot. Okay, you got shot. And I mean, that's what would happen, you know? And so, Ernest at this point, he's just like, what the fuck am I into? He said, you know what, y'all can take care of this. I'm gonna go upstairs. And I would have left out the house. I would have left everything that I had. I would have went upstairs. Oh no, I ain't gonna say I would have left everything that I had. At that moment, in the state of shock that I probably would have been in, I would have went and got my wallet, my phone, my birth certificate, and, you know, social security card was already up in the wallet and everything. I would have got all of that important stuff in my computer and I would have left. That would have been the last time they saw me, bitch. Okay? Girl, they down there fighting with each other. You know, Helen done knocked her head off. Okay? She said, damn it, bitch, I just fixed this motherfucker. Girl, they fighting with the shovels about who did what. You was hurting me on purpose and you was taking my mans and all this stuff. I was not. Yes, you were. She was like, okay, let me tell you something. I did that and I was trying to hurt your ass on purpose because you called me cheap, bitch. And this cheap is a trigger word for her, obviously, because that's what pissed her off when, you know, Ernest said it. And I said, girl, get over it. Cheap ain't really that bad. It really ain't, because I'm a cheap bitch too. Cheap, frugal, whichever one you want to call it. But see, when you trying to live up to certain standards and society stuff or whatever and be like certain people, I guess you would take offense to it. And, you know, they came to the conclusion that, yeah, I was hurting you on purpose and I called you cheap and all of this stuff, whatever. And now they're cool. And, you know, they need Ernest to fix them up. They're good girlfriends now. I said, get the fuck up out of here. All these years of you hating this bitch just because she took your mans and stuff and because she said simply, I'm sorry, it goes away. Hell no. Hell no. And we finna be buddy. Well, no. Because now we realize that we are in this together because we're the only two that we know at this point who had took the same potion. All right. And they need to convince Ernest to fix them up. Ernest says, you know what, I'll do it this one time, but after this time, I don't want you to talk to me. I don't want you to find me, call me, or anything. They was like, I'm cool with that. I said, damn. They so cold with it. He fixed them up, and they realized that because I think something chipped or whatever, they was like, let's get him to fix it again. And so they was like, what happens if, you know, something like this happens again and we ain't got nobody to fix us up? Because, you know, Lisa said we gotta fix our bodies, keep our bodies together. Basically saying that they gonna have to get Ernest to take the potion. And so they tried to drug him in his drink, but he decided that he wasn't gonna drink no more. So they busted him over the head with a vase, right? And he passed out with actually 2 vases. He passes out. He wakes up at Lisa's house, and you know, she gives him the whole spiel. First of all, Lisa, you ain't have to be up in that pool and get your naked ass out like that. Okay, you ain't have to do that. What you doing with them young boys? Okay, them young dudes. They look like they probably just as old as you. She said she was 71 years old. Do you know that their names was Tom, Dick, and Harry? It was like, you know, when they be saying, you be letting every Tom, Dick, and Harry get all up and do this and do that. Bitch, I said, I know y'all are not serious. She said, Tom, Dick, Harry, get her. I said, God damn, that shit was funny to me. But yeah, she tried to give him this spiel about, you know, and was going to give him a portion for free because he's an access, or I should say an asset to all of them. He's a doctor with great skills, and she was impressed by the work that he did on Helen and Meline. And, you know, she gets to the point where she's raving and simply free and all that stuff, long live forever, drink it, you will see this and drink it and all that stuff. And he was about to, but then when she said that shit about living forever, he said, bitch, I don't want to live forever. That ain't the life that I want, because why would I want to see everybody around me dying? And I said, you know what? You got a point. It was like, what if I get bored? I said, well, you can go and find some shit that'll make you, you know, unbored. But the part that got me was, yeah, everybody around me gonna pass away and I'm gonna still be here. The connection, I don't want to have to go through that all the time. So if it was up to you and you was offered something like this, whether it's free or you had to pay for it, would you take something like that to preserve your youth, or, you know, to turn back time? That's some evil. I ain't gonna say evil, but I feel like that's against God's will. You know, I'm not one of those people that do that, but I just feel like there's some things that you just really shouldn't play with. And I feel like this is one of those situations that you don't play with because you can fuck up the natural order of things. I'ma just chill. But I would love something like that, because if it came down to it, like, who wouldn't love to have something that's a quick fix to, you know, make you more appealing to yourself, or make you, you know, if you want to be an athlete, make you a better athlete, or make you a good singer, make you a good artist, or whatever. Baby, I take something in a minute. I feel like that if you say as soon I just drink this and I lose all this weight and I look, oh, okay, here, give me some. I really feel like they'll get me right in and there. They'll get me right in there, because that's my weakness. That is my weakness. That's what I've been struggling with. And I feel like I probably will fall prey to it. Even though I just said that'll fuck up the natural order of things. But I feel like I'll be one of the ones that get sucked into it. You know? And they got this whole party going on with everybody that got some. You got Elvis down there, and you got I think Jim Morrison from The Doors. You got James Dean, because Ernest wound up taking his car. And I said, oh wow. You had Marilyn Manson down there, Andy Warhol. I said, the fact that I realized and I know a lot of white famous people. You know, and I'm saying that because you wouldn't know what I'm thinking about. Y'all ever see those videos where the black guys, they'll be in like what is it, a supermarket or something, and they'll come up to a white person and they be like, or they'll be shopping somewhere else, whatever, on the street, and they be like, name 3 black people, 3 famous black people, and they can't. Bitch, you asked me to name 3 famous white people, baby, I can give you a whole fucking list. I said, that is so crazy. Why? Y'all don't know our shit, but we know your shit frontward, backwards, forward, plus our shit. See, that is funny to me. But yeah, Ernest, he left about that bitch, and you know, he escaped to the roof, and he almost, I said, now he gonna slip with the motherfucking shoes on that he got. And he wound up doing that and hanging off the gutter. And you had Meline and Helen trying to get him. He still had the potion. Now, I don't understand why he took the potion with him, because maybe he probably was going to try to, you know, put it out there and show proof of what it was. But I feel like if he would have took it to the authorities or whatever, or whoever, they probably would have still, you know, took it to a lab and tried to mass produce it. I really feel like that would have happened. And it would have defeated all of the purpose, okay? But yeah, they was like, use the potion if you still got it, and you can live, okay? If you fall, you can live, and all that stuff. And they kept on saying, drink it, you got to. And he was about to, but then when they said, we need you, bitch, he closed that shit up and he said, girl, y'all on y'all own. The fact that he would rather die than be around them, that should make you feel very shitty. Okay, I would feel some type of way, bitch. And he winds up falling all those stories down, and he crashes through the glass ceiling to the pool, and he lands into the pool. He gets out, and, you know, he lives his life. 37 years later, he has remarried. You know, he remarried at 50 years old. Had 2 boys and a couple of girls, and adopted some kids all over the world, and, you know, made his impact. He got grandkids. He has different clinics and everything that's up for women and people in general, and just trying to be an all the way good person. This is all being said at his funeral, right? Why is it that Meline and Helen are at the funeral in the back, and they're looking at the obituary, just laughing their asses off, just causing a scene, talking about, you know, he was stupid. He still ain't got no respect for him. I said, what was the point of y'all coming? He's dead, right? As though you trying to say, look how he look and all that stuff. He looking this way, looking that way. But chat, y'all look worse than him. Y'all sitting there pilling, okay? And when they left that thing and they pulled them veils up and you saw how terrible, they literally were paint peeling, okay? Goldie Hawn, or I should say Helen, needed some paint, And it came to the point where they had to walk around with a can of acrylic paint in their purse. But Meline dropped it and they was trying to figure out where it was. The way that they was walking down the steps so that they could I said, that shit, bitch, it wasn't worth it. You know, still being alive and being so-called young, because now y'all look worse than what you were. All right? Girl, they up there talking about you broke your finger because you cracked your knuckles too much. You did this, you did that, and all this stuff or whatever. Girl, Helen then slipped on that fucking paint, that the can of paint that fell on the porch, on the fucking steps at the church. I said, well, I feel like God was trying to tell you something, that this wasn't natural. So, therefore, let me fix this shit. And see, Meline, you always trying to do some funny shit. Why would you push that lady down and do the same thing that Ernest did to your ass? See, the only difference is Ernest is not you. Or I should say, Helen is not you, okay? You punched that little lady with your finger, and Helen grabbed her ass, and they both took a tumble down them damn steps, okay? And just exploded into pieces. I was looking for the dust. Did you see some of the dust that was coming out? They was all black in the inside. I said, child. And then the head's gonna roll over and gonna say something. Do you remember where you parked the car? Bitch, how you gonna get in the car? Your body is shattered. Now who gonna put y'all together again? Baby. Death Becomes Her is my movie. It's my comfort movie. If I need a good old laugh that ain't, you know, just very comforting me. I don't know. I just really, really like it. I really wanted to talk about it. You guys tell me how you feel about it. Another, like, Meryl Streep got some, you know, she's a very versatile actress too. We already know that. Another one of her movies that I actually really, really do like too is She Devil. And that's on Tubi as well. Y'all want to watch these movies? The last couple of movies or so that I've been reviewing, they're on Tubi, okay? She Devil is on Tubi too. That's with Roseanne and, you know, Meryl Streep and all that, but it's funny as hell to me. But, yeah, you guys tell me how you feel. I hope you enjoy your Sunday, and I will see you guys later. Peace.